Yo, it's me, Pops Fan Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Huh? So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
America's southern border has become a war zone. Human traffickers, drug smugglers, and terrorists flow across the Rio Grande with impunity, secure in the knowledge that no one will stop them. A distant federal government lectures Americans on their privilege while punishing overworked border patrol agents who were helpless to stem the tidal wave of invaders and determined migrants. Second-generation Cuban-American Marcos Zamora is a military vet, more patriotic than most Americans. No longer able to ignore the chaos at his doorstep, he acts. Joined by his best friend Gus, they hit the border every night, saving lives while stopping violent drug cartels and other opportunists. The government reacts with fury at Marcos' attempts to preserve American sovereignty, deploying the full might of their enforcement agencies. But Marcos understands that the only thing the rich and powerful fear is bad publicity, and he records every encounter. Whoever he is, this private American must be stopped. Illustrated by Richard Bonk and written by Eisner winner Mike Barron, Private American is his version of Captain America, and maybe a little Punisher, taking part in this ongoing, violent, and very real battle of good versus evil in the war for American sovereignty. Grab your copy at theprivateamerican.com.
We have a secure border, and that is a priority for our administration.
And now for something.
Pay attention to me, boy. I'm not just talking to hear my head roar.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
What is wrong with you?
The doctor is in, baby. Good morning. After missing last week, it feels like a month since I've been here. So good to see everybody this morning. The best part of waking up is some hot-ass coffee in your cup. Let me bring out my co-host.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Gordon Shumway, nice to meet you. Interested in a new Buick?
Nonsense. I've not yet begun to defile myself.
I'll make you famous.
I'll make you famous.
Good morning, Tanner.
Good morning.
Good morning. We were chatting backstage, having a good time. So I hope that same vibe keeps going this morning.
Definitely.
Let's see if we have anybody lurking in the chat this morning. Be sure to give us a good morning. Not a soul commenting.
Oh, wow.
I'm so hurt. I'm hurt. I'm wounded. Maybe we need more commercials. That's what it's got to be. More commercials. That's what the world needs. Good morning, lovely Kate. Kate's having to wait on an inspector for, I guess, insurance purposes this morning. So she's on the waiting game. When they say we'll be there sometime between January and December, be sure you're home. Bless your heart, you got to do that. Pops is producing for us as always backstage. Glad to have him with us.
Morning, Pops.
And good morning to you, sir. Thank you as always for your dedicated service to the comic book industry, to the independent comic book industry, which we all somehow belong to. How did we get here, Tanner?
How did we get here?
How does a person end up doing a morning show on Thursdays on YouTube for comic related madness? How does that even happen? Lou, good morning. Good to see you, buddy. Lou, we got to have you out sometime soon.
Oh, we do.
Lou is a natural broadcasting talent.
Oh my God, I know, right?
I think you missed your calling. Lou. You should be doing radio shows. You should be doing a live stream every damn day. I would tune in. So as we move on, yes, I know, Pops. Pops said, you got to promote CromCon. We will. We will.
We will.
CromCon. CromCon, you're muted. Go away.
I said Lucifer's going to be there since you're talking about him. Promote the weekend.
Yes. This is not my first rodeo. We shall. And
promote we shall.
And you know what? You wanted the best. You got the best.
Come get some.
Yeah. Listen, CromCon is a good time. It's all weekend long this coming weekend. We're going to have a variety of guests out, including Lucifer Storm. I am the co-host of CromCon, along with your mega host there, Pops Van Zant. My participation is always limited to how long my ass can take sitting in this seat, because that is a marathon. How Pops has done this for all this time now is beyond me. You like the way the puppet says, well, you just get the puppet to do it next time. My job.
We like how the puppet does it too.
Have my job threatened by a puppet. Jeez. So how's the weather down in the lovely Savannah, Georgia this morning?
It's freaking hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
And what's the weather in Antarctica today, Tanner?
It's fucking
cold.
That's why the glaciers are melting.
That's been your weather update.
How dare you?
How dare you? You're a step ahead of me.
How dare you?
So we're gonna dive right into a brief news segment this morning for a brief talking point.
Next, another interesting story that's in the news.
So in the news, accused parade mass killer Daryl Brooks was found guilty on all 75 counts, and he was quoted as saying, "I do not consent to being called by that name, Your Honor." If you didn't see that trial, you did yourself a disservice. Bless his heart, he's an evil little man, and he decided he would represent himself as a sovereign citizen. If you don't know what a sovereign citizen is, I encourage you at some point to binge watch Sovereign Citizens on YouTube. You will laugh until you die. These are people that have a belief system about law that has nothing to do with reality, but they are convinced that it does. So nothing applies to them. They are above the law. They are sovereign, meaning a king, and they are above all law. So watching an idiot sovereign citizen mass murderer get his comeuppance.
You know what sucks though, Doc? It doesn't matter where you're born. Those laws are your laws.
That's right.
It sucks. That's kind of what the point is that they're trying to make when they go into a courtroom is that, man, I was just born here. I didn't agree to any of this.
Well, yeah, he was wanting to ask stupid questions like, is this an admiralty court or is it a private court?
Look, so he couldn't even get the words right. He meant maritime. That up too.
You know, he was just an innocent boat captain traveling, and people happened to get in his way, and these road pirates came and abducted him.
Well, you know, the stupid courtroom's got that fringed flag, and everybody thinks that means it's a maritime court.
The actual reason for
this ain't captain's mass, yo.
all three of us served, so we all know this. For those of you who don't know, all it means if it has the gold trim on it is it's the colors as opposed to the flag. That's it. That's it. The official colors, case and standard. He invented new words like objection, Your Honor, relevancy. Relevancy. The word is relevance, you fucktard, not relevancy. There's no such word as relevancy.
Yeah, but making up your own words is part of being a sovereign.
Yes, it is.
I have
making
my
up
own
your own
language.
laws. Making up your own laws.
Is that like making up pronouns, genders?
It's a lot like that.
All
Yes,
that
it's
stuff.
the modern fantasy world that we live in.
Look,
Although I will say the sovereign citizen thing has been around a lot longer than the pronoun thing.
but look, the sovereign citizen thing gets way less credit. You got to put way more work into that.
You
They
do
have their own
do.
flag.
No, but they have their own
Way more
paperwork they carry around, and typically they will become a sovereign citizen when their license gets suspended, because then they're going to travel with this paper that they'll give to a cop expecting him to buy it. Look, this says I'm just traveling. It's your own law. I'm not driving. I don't need a driver's license. You know. And usually they're still screaming that as they're being pulled through the broken window of the car and arrested.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
My mama, I ain't doing what it.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I highly recommend Donut Operator here on YouTube. He's a retired cop who owns a skateboard shop, and he breaks down videos, and he has sovereign citizen bingo as a game of all the typical things they'll say. It's a great time. Go over to Donut Operator, give him a look. You'll enjoy it.
That's too easy. Sovereign citizen drinking, that's way too easy.
Bingo, not drinking.
Well, same thing. I mean, how many times they say something, we got to drink. You know,
let's turn this into a drinking game.
Bingo and drinking are the same thing.
We got to drink.
All the little old ladies down playing bingo, slugging back shots of Johnny Walker.
You think this is coffee?
I'm sure you can all tell that I'm still having a real problem with my right eye.
It's like Katy Perry.
That
That was in the news. Was that Taylor Swift or Katy Perry? That was Katy Perry. I always get those two confused.
Oh yeah, Katy Perry.
Where the lizard disguise failed her, and her eye just kept fluttering shut.
Yeah. Don't have a lizard disguise, yo.
She was saying, be sure to go get triple vaxxed.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Man, I have no comment on that. None whatsoever. No commentary, no nothing, just damned odd. Now, somebody said, if you haven't seen it, I did not download that footage because I didn't think I'd do that in the news, but we'll do that as well. Katy Perry's lizard disguise slipped a little bit. I personally think her false eyelashes just got stuck together and she was monkeying with it to get it to open, but it kept happening. It just kept happening, and it's like
they put too much black stuff on her eyebrow or on her eyelash.
Yeah, at some point I would rip the damn thing off. Get out of this thing. I don't need that.
Why would you put gigantic fake shit on you anyway? Oh, never mind. Like I said, never mind. Just,
Look, I got my implants, and I'm proud
Hollywood.
of it.
When I was about, I don't know, 25 or 26, my sister came to my house, my oldest sister. She knocks on the door, and I open the door, and she's standing there with this brand new big old set of titties. And she's like, "Do you like them?" And I'm like, "Dawn, you know me all my life. What about fake have I ever liked?"
Yeah, right.
Name one thing that's fake that your brother has been 100% behind.
You
I don't
remember
like them. I was like, it's
John
like,
Candy on his beach
then
vacation?
she's like, "You want to see him?" I'm like, "No."
No.
I mean, that's straight out of that John Candy movie where they go to the beach, and the neighbor lady and her husband are sitting there, and she goes, "I just had my boobs done. Whoosh. Do you like them? Do they look real?" And he's like,
This is the worst part. My brother-in-law, not the one she was married to, but the other one, was with her when she came to my house to show off her. What's wrong with you, girl?
Listen,
What's wrong with you, girl? There's a strip club down the road. You want to go show them up? Go show
what
the
you
world.
got, ladies, is what we're saying.
I don't want them.
If you were gifted with big old bazungas, God bless you. If you were gifted with sharp little nubbies, God bless you.
God bless you.
I'm going to tell you this as a man. We don't give a shit.
Tatas or tatas.
Boobs are boobs. You want to stop traffic, just take that shirt off. We will stop. We will salute.
Anybody that's with you because of your boobs or your butt is a shallow.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I am a shallow man, Pops. I'm just going to say. Ron White said it best. Once you've seen one set of boobs, you want to see them all.
I love that, man.
He is a national treasure. Also, in related news this morning, Nick Rekieta is back. For those of you that are out of the loop, Nick Rekieta is a very popular law streamer and crazy man. And he had a false mass flagging attack pull his channel down. He is back up. He will not live stream for a few more, probably 2 weeks until the strikes roll off. But you can find him over on the Rumble where he is live streaming if you want to go over there. I have a Rumble channel, Pops, and I may.
That dude has a big enough. That dude has a big enough channel. He should be paying us for that kind of promotion.
That's what I'm saying. And you know, I'll say this too. He is one of the top earning super chat live streamers in the world.
So why are we giving him free ads, Doc?
Because I like him and he's a good guy, and that's just how I roll. If I like you, I'll give you a shout out. Speaking of shout outs, I'm going to drop a link here just momentarily. Here it comes. I'm going to cut, go to comments. My son, who is an amazing musician and songwriter, only has 35 subscribers. There's his link. Get over there and subscribe to my son's channel and tell him Doc sent you so he'll know Dad was giving him a shout out on his show. Very good music. My son is amazing. That's not just a dad saying that. That's a musician saying that about another musician. Really good.
I'll second that.
Yeah, he is. He's quite good. I may share a video later on the show. Let me see here. I've got messages coming in. Okay, that's Laurie Calcaterra telling me to take a long walk off a short pier. She's not coming on my show today. No, she's got things to take care of. We were going to invite her out to hang out with us since Kate couldn't be here, but instead we got Pops. So yeah.
Where'd he go? I love it.
Lori just looks like she would at least try to whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Whether she can or not, She's somebody who would definitely give it a go. You don't want to mess around with that.
Fuck around and
Sure
find out.
Laurie would probably kick most of these guys' asses.
Oh yeah, listen, no doubt about it. I'm saying whether she can or not, the willingness to do so is there. Thank you, Kate. Be sure you leave him a comment and free the internet. Good to see you.
Indeed.
Oh me. Get back over here. There's all kinds
Now
of
that's
stuff.
another guy. Free the internet. You'd like to watch his stuff, Doc. You'd like to watch his stuff. He has some very interesting conversations on his channel about strange fucked up shit.
I would probably love to give that a go and probably will. Here's the problem with that, as we talked about before. If I watched all my friends' streams,
I know, right?
I would never get any more done or sleep. So I try to sample them and bounce around. I want to give a shout out this morning. There's several people going through some stuff health-wise. I'm not going to call out any names. You know who you are. You reached out to me. My thoughts and prayers are with you. I wish everyone good health and prosperity and peace and comfort. So God bless you wherever you're at. Just know people care. People care. There's still good people. It's a bad world, but there's good people in it. So on that note, we're going to get into our meme review this morning.
Q, how you doing?
What's up, Q Continuum? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, I see. You're going to come out and holler at Pops and Tanner, but not the doctor? Wow.
Oh, man.
How dare you?
Let's do a meme review, shall we? It's time for meme review. So here we go. Tanner themes his, so I thought I would theme mine as well. Mine, I only brought 3 and 2 backups, but mine are simply called "That's Cute." So meme number 1: modern music is just hard. That's cute. Gangsters. That's cute. You know, you could just see the real mobsters, the organized crime, the families going, what are these people joking? What is that? My ride, rice burner. That's cute. Enough torque to get up on one wheel. That's cute. All right, and then let's get into Tanner's theme this morning is metal. My personality, my fetishes. Aren't they a cute couple, Tanner?
So adorable.
Are they just adorable? When you show your friend or allow them to listen to a metal song first time, and their ears bleed. But the important thing is she's not complaining about it. See,
damn
that's
Skippy.
the thing. That's the thing. When it melts your brain, but you love it. Obama, 2009. Trump, 2017. Iron Maiden every single fucking Friday around the world. Stadiums packed. And that's most metal bands, by the way. I mean,
so true.
I don't think they really do arena rock anymore. You know, those days are gone. But if you lived it, you know it. A band would come and they would pack a stadium to overflowing.
Oh, I know, right?
One of my bands back in the day was Kiss. Not so much now, but back in the day was Kiss. They had 160,000 people at one show. At that time, it was the world's record for the largest audience for any event. It was in Rio de Janeiro. You can look it up. Bam! Posers wearing Iron Maiden shirts. Crazy Eddie. You know, I'm sure that's how he feels about it. There's power metal, death metal, black metal, Celtic metal, doom metal, folk metal, Viking metal, pirate metal, progressive metal, traditional metal. That's about all. Oh my goodness! So, Pops, I brought this one in as something that can just linger here for a while. Now, there's a different version, same picture that says "ever hear something stupid." It gives you Forrest Whitaker. Seriously thinking about just keeping this one there just for future use. And then, of course, there's only one of these has actually fought fascism, and it's the straight white male on the left, not the anorexic basement dwelling mama's boy on the right. And because, of course, this is a coffee show. Uh-oh, there we go. There it is. There it is. I don't come to life until coffee, although my coffee does not come out of a Keurig. Just saying. Pops, did you add these?
I don't see color until I've had coffee.
But after I've had a pot, I can hear color.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
An open letter from Twitter employees was sent out with their demands of Elon Musk. As Elon is just going, yeah, well, whatever. I'm firing 5,000 of you on Monday.
Pew pew.
Gosh golly gee, it sure is a good day to stare at the ceiling and cry. Hell yeah. Let's see what we got here. Most people don't want to be part of the process. They just want to be part of the outcome. But the process is where you figure out who's worth being part of the outcome. Absolutely right.
So true. So true.
If you're not willing to put in the sweat and the tears and the ulcer attacks and the panic attacks, you don't get to harvest the rewards. You're muted, Pops, by the way.
If you're part of a team, if you're being part of a team, you got to be part of the team. You know, right. You got to put in your time too, man. That's all.
If you didn't row the boat, I will throw you overboard.
Well, no, it ain't even that. If you don't row the boat, if you're not going to help row the boat, why would you want to be around for the what's happening at the party when we get to the island? You want to go to the party with us? Fucking help us get there. You know?
Oh my goodness, Kate, what have I done? Kate, what have I done? How dare you? How dare you? And she remembers getting her ass pinched at concerts, I'm sure. Look at me following the plot thread. Look at me.
You're supposed to just rub them real gently, though. You're not supposed to fucking grab and pinch.
Vic, it's good to see you.
Oh, Steve, rub it like Aladdin's lamp, baby.
I was at a concert in Savannah at the Civic Center. Won't say the name of the band, but Ted Nugent was the opening act, and he was who I was really there to see. And moshing was a new thing. Well, she's how dare you on the Keurig machine. Listen, Kate, I'm sorry. The Lord thy God has said that Keurig is an abomination before the Lord, and thou shalt not do it. Okay, I'm just saying. So anyway, moshing had just become a thing. And I'm there with my wife who is pregnant, and we are on the rail at the front. I've got my arms around her. I'm a big, strong guy back then. I was on active duty in the military. My buddy, same thing. Him and his wife and they started moshing, and I didn't know what was going on. I thought a fight had broken out, and they started kind of piling onto my shoulders, and it's getting to be a little too much to bear. So I gave a couple of friendly elbows just as reminders. So if you're the guy I did that to and you're watching, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to knock your teeth out. But you shouldn't have been trying to crush my unborn son. That's all I got to say. So yeah, that was a thing back in the day.
It happens.
These things happen, and I'm just so sorry. I didn't mean to, but you know.
Gotcha, bitch.
So that has been meme review for today. Can you imagine though? Elon Musk has said he's going to fire, I think it's 5,000 Twitter.
But then he went in there yesterday and he said, I met a whole bunch of really nice people at the Twitter headquarters. We don't know what's going on.
It doesn't matter.
I hope they're going to fire all the truth guys, the fact checkers.
Yes,
and,
yes. Listen,
know,
listen.
but
I know, Pops,
I don't
you are as skeptical as I am of anything, big money, big government, anything. We're all
I
skeptical.
mean, I want to believe,
But
but
I want to believe, just
I
like you
want to
said,
believe,
that
but
Elon Musk is going to
I'll
roll
still
his
build
wheelbarrow full of balls in there and clean house. In the meantime, though, as an alternative to Twitter, let me point out there is a place you can go. I am
Hail Max
absolutely
DeVille.
over there.
Hail Max DeVille for building us a place where we can go
Yes,
to
Max,
porn
thank you.
bots or news feeds like fucking CNN and Fox and any
And
of
where I
that.
can go say any fucking thing I want to. Period.
Not get
It's
kicked
comic
off.
related. Comic related. It's still
Free
for comics.
speech.
It's
free
still for
speech.
comics.
Yes, but it's free speech.
Yeah.
Don't censor
It's
me.
supposed to be. They're all supposed
Try
to
to
be.
censor me, you
But
old.
when you get into the land of politics and left and right, then everybody's free speech becomes a mess, dude. Nobody knows how to talk. Everybody just wants to fight.
I don't fight.
You know?
I express myself and I leave dumb people behind.
I mean, that's why
Educated
Twitter turned
argue
into a
dumb.
mess. It's because nobody knows how to communicate. You know?
Hey, so I've got a question.
I have an answer.
I'm
Lucifer
stalling.
likes it.
Yes, Lucifer likes it. I'm stalling as I scroll here.
Oh, is Quentin sending me memes? I'm sorry. Let me get these up here, guys.
Okay, but not till he comes in later.
Oh,
So
yeah.
here's a question. Under my name right here, or under my little face, it says, Doc Blalock, Pariah, Blood and Mud. I have not been pushing my product for quite a while. Please, would it be all right with you guys if I did so now?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you say or the action that you take. This is done without your will from the problems that you made. You're the night of the just house of Aragorn legions all around you. Just the things you cannot change and the darkness that's inside you.
So, hey, do me a
Oh,
favor
yeah.
and head on over to Indiegogo and sign up. You'll get an exclusive trading card when you back the book when it comes out. Looking at February, when everybody's getting some tax returns and the new government is in place and maybe inflation's a little bit better. And trying to make it cost effective for everybody to back that project. Hey, Faz, what's going on? Good to see you. So, yeah. What do you think about that there, Tanner?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, man. Me either. I'm so excited. I can't wait until I finish drawing the damn thing. It's like, I want some cool art. Oh, wait, I can make cool art. I think I will. The music, the first part was written and performed by yours truly, engineered by my son. Second part is from some old friends of mine back in the day, a band called Damnage, Damnage, back in the 80s, a pioneering thrash / heavy punk band. The lead singer has passed away since then, unfortunately. He was a friend. The bass player kindly gave me permission to use that particular song. You can find their material on the YouTube. Just look up Damnage.
Hell yeah.
You'll find it. It's good stuff. So, yeah, there's that. What do you think? What do you think, chat? Sign up. Help, help. I need help. I need an adult.
Oh, you fucked up.
I know, right?
You
Boy,
said you need an adult in this?
I'm totally in the wrong place.
Fire industry? Oh my
Aren't I? So, sorry. I'm suddenly having, every morning of my life, gentlemen, I have a cold for about 10 minutes. It's just now kicking in. Here it comes. So, it's just, it's going to happen. May as well deal with it. Not a whole lot I can do about it.
Beautiful timing. It's all about timing.
It's all about timing. All about timing.
Timing is everything. And then my air conditioner decides to start making noise. I don't care. It's hot. It can run. And I've got on a zip-up fleece, so that's genius. And I have to get rid
Speaking of timing, I'll be at the Grand Rapids Comic Con November 11th, 12th, and 13th. Look out for me. We'll have some fun.
Tanner, you changed mugs. Don't think I didn't notice.
I sure did. I come prepared.
I lost my product placement, Doc. The sticker came off the bottom.
Oh no. Gotta get a new one.
We were talking before we came out today, before the show started. My timing is always terrible because I'll come back and I'll start setting up and I've got a nice hot cup of coffee. And then about the time I hit, thank you, Quentin, about the time I hit go live, my cup is now cold. So then I've got to find the time to run in there and warm up my coffee. So I said, I'll just go get one of the big Yetis we've got. I'll fill it up with piping hot coffee. It'll stay hot till tomorrow, No, the wife took the last one with her. She takes them to work all week and brings them home on Friday, and we wash them. So there was none to be had this morning. They're all gone. I'm like, well, just damn it, man. Now I'm stuck with cold coffee again.
Whitefire, what's going on?
Warren, what's happening, brother?
Hey, Whitefire.
HalCon. Where's HalCon? Where's that at?
Bring it back up.
You go as a fan, Doran. You network. You make connections with people. You tell them about the madness.
Doran, it is good to see you too. Thank you for popping in. Oh man, memes are sent. I keep double clicking something on the right that makes all the controls disappear for a second, and then I panic and I click it again and they come back. So that's that brief look of horror you see on my face, like I had boomered it up completely.
Yeah, the people in Halifax, Nova Scotia need to know all about the madness and Doc's channel and what Tanner's got going on. You know that everywhere you go, you spread the love for everybody you know.
That's right. And Vic, thank you very much for that. Yes, be sure you hit that like button, share the stream out. And by the way, Kate says, Tanner, how did the one chip challenge go?
Yeah.
Now, I happen to know how it went, but you tell us all about it.
Well, it was me, my wife, and my son. And I'm telling you, that was the most disgusting one that they've had year to date. And I think it had, they gave it a gimmick where it was blue and it had this blue covering on there.
Ugh.
And it tasted it made your tongue blue and everything. But it was nasty. It was so nasty. And it wasn't the heat. The heat I could have handled. The heat was fine. I could have gone longer. But 2 minutes in, I had to get that god awful taste out of my mouth.
You see what I'm saying?
So,
we got Laughing Rogue that makes the sauces, right? He's making a Carolina Reaper madness sauce.
Oh man, I got to get some of that.
This is not going to be a Mexi sauce. I think it's more of a barbecue, a hot barbecue. But I told him
nice.
I have flavor.
Put that on your ribs.
If it doesn't have flavor, it's just hot. Then
for like wings and ribs, that'd be great. Chris sent me a jar.
He showed me the recipe, dude.
Yeah,
he showed me the recipe last night and the Reapers. We got the jar of Reapers too.
Nice.
And you got to weigh that so you know exactly how much for your next recipe that you put in, so it always stays the same. I was like, "Fuck yeah,
now,
dude. Madness sauce."
I absolutely love spicier the better. All right, true story. going to tell you a true story now. I told this to Chris. That's why he sent me mild. A few years ago, one of my buddies that lives in Arizona, he had grown some ghost chilies, some scorpions in his backyard, and he made the devil's own anus of salsas.
Arizona is the shit, dude. I'm telling you.
With fresh tomatoes, which are never as good as Georgia tomatoes, but these were pretty good. Onion and the heat, the peppers. So he mails this thing to me, and I tried it. It lit me up, but it was incredible tasting, so I just couldn't stop. I ate the whole jar.
Oh, I know how that came out.
I ate the whole jar in one sitting. And I turned to my wife and I said, and fire came out of my mouth and burned her to a crisp.
No, the lips. So, the lips will be on the bottle.
Hold on. Yeah. So anyway, within a day, I started hurting. And I'm talking about from my navel to my neck, just the worst pain. It felt like I had been run over by a bus. And it kept getting worse. And I thought, well, man, my appendix must have ruptured or some shit. So I go to the hospital because you would. And it turns out, long story short, I had killed all the healthy bacteria in your digestive tract that keep peristalsis, the normal movement, happening. I had paralyzed my digestive system. So for the next maybe 9 days, I could only do yogurt and toast and whatever as it tried to recover. And it was painful. It hurt. I was out of work for like 9 or 10 days. And when I recovered, by the way, my wife made me a tuna sandwich on the first day. I thought I could tolerate something. It may as well have been prime rib from God. It was the most amazing thing I ever tasted. It was solid food, right? Anyway, I called my buddy after all that was over. I said, dude, he said, how was the salsa? I said, you hospitalized me.
No, you hospitalized you.
Yeah, because I was a dumbass. So anyway, I told Chris that story, and Chris sent me a jar of his mild to medium. And I'm like, I was going to bring it out and live taste test here on the channel, but I don't have any chips or anything. And it's an abomination before the Lord to not do it right. I mean, Pops was pushing it when he used the Pringles.
I had to use a Pringle to taste test the Pale Rider sauce. That's all we had, you know.
Yeah. And that's pushing it. That's pushing the bounds of what is acceptable before the Lord thy God.
I figured the Pringle, you know, we get away with at least tasting the sauce.
Yeah. I like what Mitch Hedberg said. Do you think the owner of the Pringles company was originally going to make tennis balls, but on the day the rubber was supposed to come in, it was just potatoes, and he's like, fuck it, slice them up.
Story about Pringles can. A Pringles can will hold 3 rolls of $1 bills.
Yes, I know.
Okay? I used to live with the lady that worked at a club, right? And we used to get $1 bills a lot. So I just roll them up and stuff them in Pringles cans, right?
Read between the lines, kids.
I had about 15 of these Pringles cans in my closet, right? And my mom, she's getting ready to buy a car or something. No, they were putting the down payment on the house, and she goes, I need $1,500. I said, come on down, I got you. You know? I mean, all this money just sitting in the closet. It's not like I was doing anything with it. It was just sitting there, right?
Right.
So she comes down, and I bring out 5 Pringles cans, and I put them on the table in front of her, and she's like, what is this? I was like, $1,500. You're good. Go. And you can see all the just mashed up roll of ones in there. But they perfectly load $300 each, the regular size original can.
Yeah.
You know, it's perfect place. And look, the robbers come through your house and
they're not Pringles cans.
I just think you're a crazy person.
Well, they are now.
Pringles.
Way to go.
Yeah, you've blown that one now. I mean, I could just see on the price of the car on the car lot. It's it's this much money or this many Pringles cans.
Pringles cans.
It was crazy though. It's like she just I mean, obviously she knew what my girlfriend did at the time. It's like she knew where the ones came from, and she kind of asked me later. She goes, "Those were all in her panties, weren't they?"
No, somewhere in between her boobs.
Yes, that's right.
Jeez.
The boob sweat is plainly visible. All right, it's time for a little segment on the show we like to call Great Moments in Comics.
Good morning. Tanner Hurley here with one of the greatest moments in comic history, 1989 in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. James O'Barr created the magnum opus that is Eric Draven, The Crow. So, what's made this so amazing? Okay, well, if you've been living under a rock for like the last, 50 years, and you don't know what The Crow is all about, it is a book that was inspired by tragic events that happened in his life. And in 1981, when he was stationed in Germany in the Marines, he, as a way to, deal, with the catharsis. Is that a word? Catharsis.
Yes, as a cathartic measure to deal with his loss.
To deal with his loss, he created The Crow, which debuted in the Caliber Comics Christmas Special #1, which I owned many moons ago, and I didn't make one of my many moves from the military, or else I'd be showing that off. But this amazing book spawned 4 movies, countless series, amazing music.
Yes,
that this is on vinyl.
Nice.
So, okay, why is this a great moment in comic history? Okay, yeah, I get it. It came after, The Dark Knight Returns and all the other 80s superheroes that kind of ushered in, the dark era of comics.
The Dark Ages, yeah.
The Dark Ages. But if it weren't for The Crow, you wouldn't have a lot of the indie classics that you have today. Basically catapulted indie comics into superstardom with The Crow, and has basically generated a whole generation of goth loving,
yes,
Bauhaus rocking, Iggy Pop loving.
The Crow made indies viable again.
Yes,
there were other indies out there, but The Crow was just it.
So if you don't have yourself a copy of The Crow, and I'm not talking about IDW, which, don't get me wrong, Kyle Hotz's versions are pretty stellar and in keeping with the original stuff. And I'm not talking about McFarlane's Image Comics The Crow, which is good as well. But get yourself the original Crow.
You won't regret it.
You will not regret this. James O'Barr, The Crow.
This has been Great Moments in Comics with Tanner Hurley. Thank you, Tanner. Thank you.
If you haven't, you have to.
And by the way, go look at Wizard Magazine when The Crow was all the thing. and look at all the people cosplaying as Eric Draven.
Oh my God, I did.
Yeah,
yeah.
Everybody did. Everybody was the Crow, except me, because even though I was thin and nice and ripped, I was blonde. I'm not going. I can't pass as Eric Draven. The first movie, I enjoyed it immensely, even though it's cheesy as all hell. It captured the spirit of it.
It did.
And what a tragedy we lost Brandon Lee on that set.
I know, right?
It's terrible.
Now, don't get me mad. That was good. Don't make me mad. Don't bring that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
I'm actually really looking forward to the next movie that's coming out. They've had O'Barr involved with, and oh God, I can't remember the actor. He's a Skarsgård. Played it. God, what's that kid's name? But good God. But anyhow, he's going to be Eric Draven, and they're doing I believe it's a more faithful adaptation of The Crow, and I think he's going to pull it off. Honestly,
what was the line that Draven says to the mother of the little girl when he pulls the poison out of her veins?
Mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children.
Look, man, I owned a copy. It was VHS. I paused it and wrote that shit down because I was like, that is fucking writing. That's writing right there.
Yes. No, James O'Barr is an amazing person. I've met him on a few occasions, and everyone was just twice as stellar as the previous one. He's so gracious to his fans, and very, very humble, actually.
Mm-hmm. Before the MCU, let's put it that way, The Crow, there was a few indie, let's put it this way, there were a few comic book movies out there, and I would watch behind the scenes making of The Empire Strikes Back, this, that, and the other, and they would always show the storyboarding. And my thinking was always, a comic book is a ready to film fucking storyboard from beginning to end. Let's just do that. And then lo and behold, I loved Iron Man, and it is touted as the kickoff for the MCU. But a few years before, very quietly, Marvel said, we have made some turd burgers of movies. Let's see if we can sneak one out there without saying this is a comic book character and make it good. And it was called Blade, and it kicked ass. So in my mind, that was the birth of the MCU. You're muted, Pops.
Oh, no.
Don't you hate it when you have something profound to say and you're muted?
Speaking of Blade, when I was doing a show the other day, somebody showed me a copy of a magazine in the UK with the very first appearance of Blade.
Nice.
And I was like, dibs! So that one will not go to sale to the general public as dude slowly unloads his campaign or his collection. I'm just saying. I got that.
That's a good one. That's a good one to have.
Yes, it is. Hey, here in just a moment, we're going to take a break and pay some bills. Pops is going to run some commercials for you to warm up your coffee, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do,
it's for you to warm up your coffee.
You're damn right. But before we do that, I haven't even made a stinger for this yet, but there's a new segment called Doc Helps You with Grammar. So here's today's entry for that. Okay. There's no such fucking word as empathetic. It's empathic. Deal with it. I get so tired of hearing that. All right, Pops, play us some commercials. Let's everybody take a break, and we'll be right back.
What do you want to do? Let's do, how about...
Six-Gun Gorilla.
We've all heard the stories. We've all heard the legends. Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, Billy the Kid, There's a secret history to the Old West. One that seems too strange to be true, but, well, we all know what they say about the truth. Very big ape, very big guns, blowing very big holes, very bad people. I think the world is finally ready to hear the story of the strangest, the most startling Western hero of them all. Six-gun gorilla, long days of vengeance.
Bringing you sex, sass, and style. Buckle up and unlock your imagination for a fun adventure with these death-dealing dames. They sail the galaxy in search of spoils. The most dangerous acquisition, and the most fruitful, are the legendary Splinters of Yggdrasil. The Splinters are magical artifacts forged from the Tree of Life that wreak havoc on the universe. The missions are perilous, but the bounty is glorious. Enjoy our hyper-fictional wonderland. How is a pirate ship sailing through space? 'Cause magic. How do they heal so quickly after battle? 'Cause magic. How are they able to communicate through jewelry? 'Cause magic. It's all about the characters. Abo, rough, robotic, ready. Mo, carefree, callous, courageous. Mistress Graven, daring, diplomatic, dominating. Betsy, academic, accountable, aristocratic. Nefara, ancient, assured, adrenaline junkie. Bruto, proud, prominent, protective. Fisty, independent, incendiary, invigorating. Roxy, superficial, scarred, secretive. Once you get to know this diverse crew of mythical miscreants, you'll be anxious to find out what trouble they'll get into on the next episode. Go to abogrizzly.com and order both halves of the first episode today.
And we're back.
Everybody got fresh coffee? Everybody got a stretch? Everybody good?
No, I had to say do this.
Oh man, Splinters of Yggdrasil. That is one of my all-time favorites right now.
Did you like it?
I have everything that they put out except for T-shirts because they ran out. But I am their biggest supporter. Abo puts out amazing work.
Knox, you got an echo, dude.
No, I don't.
I'm hearing one.
I'm on my same.
You got an echo, Doc? Yeah, you got an echo, Doc.
What?
Well, I don't know how that's possible.
I don't hear anything.
You didn't hear it because I muted him.
I don't hear an echo.
Not now. I was hearing an echo. No, I still hear an echo.
I don't have YouTube even open, so
I'm just saying I hear an echo somewhere.
Well, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't hear it. Do you hear it, Tanner?
I don't. I really don't.
Chat, do you hear it? One, if you do, two, if you don't.
I know that. I don't hear it when I mute you, Doc. That's what I know.
Blink twice if you're under duress.
I need a grown up. I'm in danger. I was going somewhere. Oh, let me remind everybody, I'm going to drop that link again. If you guys enjoy just plain good rock and roll that leans a little bit on the heavy side, I'd like you to go over
and rock and roll
and show my son some love. That's his channel, I think. Let me make sure I clip the right
Taskmaster, how
one.
you doing, brother?
Past Master Dan, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I think I grabbed the right one. That's my son's channel. He's a musician.
See, Lucifer heard the echo. I wasn't lying.
I didn't say you were lying. I'm saying I don't hear it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Is this going to be a thing now?
Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
It could be a thing now. You do. It could be.
I don't know. Sometimes shit just happens. Now, I did have a weak signal indicator for a second, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just hearing myself.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
I wasn't hearing Tanner when he talked. I was hearing me when I talked, but it would go away when I view you. I don't know. It's weird.
Weirdness, y'all. This is the strange world of the internet that we operate in.
It's Crom.
It's Crom messing with you. And remember, the rules don't matter and the points don't count. So, all right, we're at that point in the show where we're going to open it up to come in, and remember to join us on the panel. All you got to do is bring a meme. So, Pops is going to drop the link for you, and you are invited.
Come out wherever you are.
You made me waste some dank. My perp. Let's bring out your friend and mine, Mr. Stephen B. of Boldcat Videos. Hey, Stephen, good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Poor Pops.
Doing good, brother.
Are you saying you're doing some ugly this morning?
Do you know what this stands for, Doc?
UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. Yeah,
No.
you ugly.
No. Do you know what the letters stand for, Doc?
No, I don't, Pops. I don't.
You gotta love yourself. And if you don't, you a miserable motherfucker all the time.
Am I echoing now? I just got the low signal thing again.
I don't hear it. I don't hear any echoes.
So
I would have to be talking. No, I don't hear it.
For you.
So what's up, Steven?
I got about like 3 memes for you.
All right, share your
Yeah,
screen.
bring them.
Share your screen with us. All right, here we go. Make it bigger.
I don't know. Hold on.
That's what she said.
Hold your control key and roll your roller up.
Here.
Trust me.
Key. Oh, nope. That's not it.
I like that.
All right.
It says farted. Siri woke up and asked to repeat. Mission
accomplished. All right. Next. Because cats are just that way. What's next?
Look, Stephen be having fun right now. He's like, yeah.
Look, man, my son asked me about 2 or 3 years ago, and keep in mind he's 30 years old, so he wasn't a kid. But he said, Dad, is it wrong that I still laugh at fart humor? And I'm like, son, there will never be a time in a male's life when farts are not funny. Just say it.
Unless you're caught in the elevator with a really nasty one.
Yeah, but you'll still laugh.
Not until you get out.
When you let your mom cut your hair and she tells you what a handsome young man you are. Oh my God, I have photos from the
day. I burned all those photos from Mom's haircut. And my mom's the reason I had long hair all my life. Oh, you did that one. You're never doing that shit again.
So I'm gonna have to message this one to you, Doc.
Send it to Pops.
All right.
Yeah. Listen, I think I was in kindergarten, Pops, and I address this to Pops because we're of a certain age, and I don't to their dying days. Each parent swore the other one did it, but I ended up bald in kindergarten.
Yeah, it was. I know who did that to me. It was Mom.
Well, my mom and my dad said, "No, it's all good. You look like Yul Brynner. If you don't know who Yul Brynner is, go look him up. He's a famous actor that was bald."
In other words, he looked like he looked now.
So yeah, but in kindergarten. So I went walking in the door, and at first it was the tears, the snot bubbles. I go walking into kindergarten, and children are the most malicious creatures on earth because a truckload of evil was poured out on me that day, and I have never forgotten it. But each parent to their dying days swore the other one did it. And I have no memory. It was so traumatic. So, just saying. The homemade haircut, no deal. As a matter of fact, let me extend this story because this is an absolutely true story. Many of you may know I've been married more times than Solomon with considerably less success. Wife number 1, her mother was a cosmetologist. Wife number 2, her sister was a cosmetologist. Wife number 3 was a cosmetologist. So, I think now.
I'm a cosmetologist, and you still butt up.
I think that what happened was subconsciously, I was just trying to seek refuge from bad haircuts. What do you think?
I'm trying to get that, Stephen, but it's in a weird format, dude.
What did you do?
Elevator farts are epic. I hit a crowd in Houston on an express elevator that didn't stop for 18 floors. Woo. Score! And the best part was, it was a drop and run moment. I turned and waved as the door shut. Listen,
it was me.
Men, we find farts so funny, we classify them. There's slappers, there's squeakers, there's growlers, there's SBDs, there's howlers. There's the you better check yourself because I think you just.
You guys remember the fan story that I told you about the dude that walked behind the fan and got the other guy sitting in front of it? That same guy made a dude puke in his car.
Oh man!
In his car, it was like he farted in the car and kept the windows up, and then finally let dude out, and dude bailed out the car and puked all over. Yeah, that guy was, like I said, they're funny afterwards.
Yes.
Some of them are just god awful.
I've told this one before. I'll tell it again. My dad. Back in the day, he when he was young, he was an athlete. He was an All-American football player. But then, he was an educator, so sedentary lifestyle. He put on weight and he couldn't shake it. So before there was banding like they have now, they used to do something called gastric resection. And they just cut out part of your stomach and tied it directly into your colon. Well, the side effect of that was for the next 20 years, my dad could fart. And I mean, he could fart his alma mater. He could whistle Dixie. He could sustain longer than Pavarotti. And
oh man,
he was coaching a basketball team that was on its way to the state tournament. And so he asked me to drive his car down behind him as he drove the bus for the basketball team. So we're on the interstate and we're driving along, and suddenly the bus's emergency lights come on and it pulls over. And I pull over behind it, and the kids come falling off the bus screaming, "Ah!" Well, my dad gets off and he's laughing his ass off. And I walk up there, and he said, "Yeah, they thought it was cute, let their little BB farts go, and they were tee-hee-hee-ing about farts." And I kept warning them, "You need to stop." And they didn't. So, switching over to my brother's account of the story, he says, Dad leaned over and did one of his howlers. Now, we called the howler the ones that started off where you go, "What is that noise?" But it continues until it becomes loud. And he let that seat slapper go. And there was a dead silence on the bus for about 5 seconds until the aroma hit. And then there was gagging, there was puking, and then he pulled over and they all fell off the bus. My dad, in other words, was in the Hall of Fame for farts. A legend. That's for you, Dad. Stephen B.
I got it up there.
One more coming. Here we go.
Bring
Bam. You know what your problem is, Jason? You go after too many girls. I've been chasing the same chick for like 30 years.
I like that.
And yes, absolutely, you can hear it over the bus motor. My dad used to get a kick out of the assistant principal where he was principal. He would let an SBD go going down the hall and then be the first one to complain about it. He goes, son of a bitch. And his assistant principal's name was Blaine McElfresh. And he go, Mac, man, what have you been eating? What the hell is wrong with you? And he would throw him under the bus every time, and he had the whole staff believing it. Q, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Caw, tucky.
Tucky.
You left this floor. There are overlays in there, Doc. The bottom floor there.
Okay. That's these are the ones that Q sent us.
Yes, but let's take a look at what Q's doing. Look at that.
Oh, he's working on some blade. Speak of the devil.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's see which memes Q has brought us today.
Nice.
If you want to fuck like a champion, it all starts with a hearty breakfast. I ate 3 bowls of this shit, and now I can fuck like a rabid mongoose. Hats off to
For the first time ever, Q has invoked
the content in the following show expresses the opinions of no one really, but certainly not that of the Madness Comic Network, its sponsors, contributors, staff, or third cousins. It is intended for mature audiences. We warned you.
We warned you.
You should have started the show with that one this morning.
What else was that?
Low-flying owls. Lost Chihuahua. See, that is doubly funny because there's a family of owls that live around my house. I live in a little bowl valley, and they live in the trees surrounding the valley. And I have a Chihuahua, and I have feared for this Chihuahua because of those owls. Well, I talked to the the bird people, and they said
ornithologists.
No. Yes, they said the owls won't mess with your dog. They will only eat what they can swallow in one bite, unless they're starving. So that's the mice and whatever. So they pass them as the little pellets. I was like, okay, good. So just keep the Chihuahua fat, and she'll be safe.
You'll get a Taco Bell.
If I see an owl wearing a sombrero,
damn it! Now I got a craving for Taco Bell.
Yes, I'm into BDSM, beasts, dinosaurs, and sea monsters. Yes, hell yeah, hell yeah. Don't you love how the History Channel in the daytime is all about history, then at night they're about the history you don't know. The UFOs built the pyramids, and Megalodon still exists. It's like the History Channel goes from being a History Channel to being the Sci-Fi Network at night.
Putting out stuff better than the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh my God! Choke on this. Jeez. Oh my God.
The interesting about this meme. This meme comes from a comic strip from an actual history event known as the Bone Wars. It's a conflict between those two Titan paleontologists in those days. You got O.C. Othniel Charles Marsh, and then there's Edward Drinker Cope. And in the beginning, these two are pretty good buddies in the beginning, but then afterwards, because Edward Drinker Cope was a hot-headed guy, he thought he knew everything, he knew his paleontology, but Marsh, on the other hand, he was an academic professor, and he knew right or wrong when he found the skeleton of... bless you.
Pardon me while I sneeze my head off.
when Charles pointed out the complete skeleton of a plesiosaur, a marine reptiles in prehistoric time, they said, "Oh yeah, you got the nice skeleton, but The head should have. The head you put it. It's at the. It's the other side of the body.
Oh wow, wow, that looks great.
And he
Steven.
was humiliated.
Thank you.
And he was humiliated. Cope was really humiliated.
Yeah, no shit. You gotta love it when one of your peers throws you under the bus like that, especially when they do it in public. You know, that's always some fun. Good to see you, Shadowhawk. Good morning.
Morning.
Let's see. What is this? You know, it wasn't noticeable when people walk in asking who's making coffee out of shit.
Coffee luwak.
Oh my God, that was good. Oh,
Coffee luwak, the actual coffee that made out of shit.
Yeah, I'm not ever doing that, baby. Never.
I
But
would
look,
try it once. You know?
No.
Yeah, you got to.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah.
There's no part. There's no part of my DNA that says I must eat monkey shit. That's never going to happen.
I'm sure.
I mean,
you know, a few times. Come on now.
Well, I mean, I guess if the monkey's big enough and we're locked in a room together,
King Kong.
How is that fair, by the way, that a chimpanzee can be half your size and 10 times your strength? Where does that even come from? How is that fair?
He must have working out.
Little anorexic looking thing with a pot belly and long ropey arms, but he can bench press a Buick. How's that a thing? How did that even happen?
Looks.
That makes sense, right?
What?
Looks can be very deceiving.
Well, yeah, but come on now.
Scary part is the first thing our bodies make in the womb is the anus.
That's because that's the business end. That's the business end. Taking care of business every day.
Every day. Taking care of business. Working overtime. Workout.
You can't sing that. You can't sing that. Bad Company is one of those that will strike you.
Oh.
Badco, Ozzy, Sabbath, Dio, and Kiss are notorious for striking people. So you got to tread lightly.
And every time Rich is on our channel, it's fucking somebody singing Kiss.
Yep. Leg it up. You would think that Rich sings so badly that they wouldn't even be able to detect it.
They might not.
You know.
Oh man.
One can hope. One can hope. You know.
The algorithm can't
lot
detect it.
Broken glass here.
I always picture in my mind some basement dwelling, zit clad mama's boy sitting in their basement all day watching a stream going, come on, do something I can strike. Do something I can strike. And then they get bored because they can't find anything. So they just make some shit up. You know,
They probably
those people,
do.
if you're watching this kid and that's you, there is help for you. Join the military today. Become a man. You can do it.
Hoorah.
I don't know if today's military is exactly the organization.
I know where you're going with this. It's not too far from the truth.
It's not what it was. When we're facing Russia to the east and China to the west, and you're having mandatory pronoun meetings,
we're in trouble. We're in big
you're not exactly doing force readiness. Just saying.
So,
do you remember?
I was told that I was a dinosaur, and I was what's wrong with the modern army.
Oh my God!
How exactly is the modern army going to kill the enemy? I'm just wondering how this works.
Well, I mean, they keep updating the weapons of war. So I mean,
yeah, but you
we've
still
got the
have
firepower. We just
you still
we
can't
don't have anyone who can operate.
the other guy's identity. Identify him as the enemy and learn this.
How can they identify the enemy when they can't identify themselves?
Identify them as the enemy. And
sorry, did I say that out loud?
Don't worry about their pronoun. Don't worry about nothing about them. You have to identify them as the enemy, or you're going to die on a battlefield alone.
In boot camp, Back in our day, Pops, and I'm sure in Tanner's day too, all the cultural sensitivity training you got was delivered in one sentence in boot camp. There's no black, brown, or white. There's light green, light blue, dark blue. That's it. Don't ever fucking forget it. That's it. That's all you ever needed.
In my day, we were all green.
Yes, and
that's all that mattered.
Light green, dark green. But by the way, go watch No Time for Sergeants, starring Andy Griffith and Don Knotts and that other guy. I forget his name. They literally had the first one there when he said, "That is not a man or woman. That is an officer." So then they were wanting to test his eyes, and this good-looking officer walked in, and he goes, "Well, I don't see neither no man nor woman. That there's an officer." And that was post World War II, guys. So, oh my goodness! All right, I'm going to step away for just a moment. I think I got a package being delivered on my front door. That is my paper to continue my work on Pariah Blood and Mud. So let me go get this. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. In the words of Paul.
The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought with it being such a unique thing that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. Things like that. And it's just a unique film of him.
He says, "I beat you." He says, "They say we came in under the dead of heat." He says, "That's not true because I beat you." And the American said, "Well," he says, "if you like to think so," he says, "but I know the real story." He says, I know I clearly won that one."
Man, we regret to inform the doctor is back out picking up whatever box he was picking up, and he won't be back. He can't get back to his chair. I don't know what's taking him so
The doctor is in, baby.
Hey.
I forgot I had the camera off. Sorry about that. It's almost time to wrap this booger up for the week. I want to thank Pops for coming out and sitting in for the lovely Kate, who is busy waiting
I'm
on.
not near as pretty as Kate.
No, you're not. I mean, none of us are. None of us are.
I can't fill those shoes.
I'll
speak for yourself. I'm pretty hot. Damn it.
Hey, wait.
Cover my face when you show that.
If we can't pimp him out, what good is he?
Fair enough.
I want to thank the chat for coming to hang with us. Thank you to our guests, Stephen B. and Quentin. Always good to have you guys come out. Quentin, we got to get you on camera one day.
One of these.
Hi.
Come up here and say goodbye.
Yep, come on up. Wait. Here we go.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Oh,
You gonna say anything? Oh, you're just gonna try and punch me and kick me. You're just gonna lay all out and get fur all over me, aren't you?
That's half the fun.
Try to bite me. Man, who got me last night? He got his fang right up in my funny bone. Dude, it was such a shock. You know what I mean? It's pulled his face and he yanked my arm out of his mouth, dude. But yeah, it was right up in the funny bone.
That dog watches every word that comes out of your mouth, Pops. I mean, he just stares intently at you when you're talking to him.
He wants to bite my face.
No, he's listening. He's listening to you. And he, by the way, when a dog does that,
we woke up to them fighting this morning at 5 a.m.
Yeah. A dog wants you to say the words they want to hear when they're doing that. My dog would do it, and they're wanting you to say potty or treat. And if you say those, they'll go, Did you say that word? And then you say it again and they lose their minds. Yeah, that's
these dogs understand everything we say. Everything. It's weird. We'll be talking about one of them and he'll come around the corner and yeah, you think so, Mom? You can just tell the look on their face. They're like, I heard that. True
that.
It's weird, man. They are definitely part of the family.
Yeah. I think next week I'll have to put the Chihuahua outside because she thinks the studio is hers, but I'm going to bring the big puppy in so everybody can see her. I brought her out on my channel when she was a little bitty puppy.
I remember. The yellow thing?
Yep. I want to bring her out now that she's a horse. I want to bring her out because she's big, goofy elbows and knees.
Horse.
She's a freaking horse.
Yeah, see, they do. And Rotties are especially that way. I had a friend that rented a room out of my house for a while, and she had a Rottie, and that thing ran her. It ran her. She basically did what it wanted her to do all the time. There was no, you know what I mean? She didn't run nothing. She didn't run nothing. I never saw a person that was completely controlled by their animal before.
Yeah, listen. It happens. It happens. Listen. The freaking Chihuahua runs this house.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, you'll be in a taco.
I need to get some Taco Bell.
All right. So anyway, I want to thank the chat. Good to see everybody. Thank you for popping in. Be sure you head on over to Indiegogo and give Pariah Blood and Mud a sign up. There is an exclusive trading card available to you. The page has been updated with new images, and so get over there and give it some love. Give the doctor some love. I would really appreciate it. Also,
check out below in the description everybody's contact information for that runs pretty much every show on the network is down there. Everybody, you can find them all. Network people. That's how it grows.
That's it, baby. All right, so Q, have a great week, my friend. Good to see you as always.
Thank you.
Peace out. And Stephen B, always a pleasure to see you, sir. Peace out. And with that, Pops, play us out of here.
All right, check it out. This weekend, y'all know what's up.
Come get some.
How do you end this thing? How do you put where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands.
Have a good night.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.